It's over now. It's over now. I feel like I can make it. The storm is over now. Hi guys, it's your girl Ginger Snaps. Now let's get into this reunion part 3 of season 5 of Housewives of Potomac. I gotta get through this soon because this season was so traumatic. Listen, the Samuels, I have to give them credit. They are good, okay? They are good. They have convinced the public that they are victims. Well, yeah, that Monique is a victim. Um, I just, I don't understand. I'm not saying that the other women are wrong, but the Samuels are 90% wrong in the events that transpired this season. First, let me just say, Chris Samuels knew about the trainer back in 2018, okay? So this act that he's putting on was just that, an act. He's covering for Monique, I guess, because they still have an image to uphold in their town. He, like Monique says, is an all-time, all-star NFL player. They're in philanthropy. They still have to protect their household name and their children, etc. Their children have to go to school. I get that. But there also comes integrity in owning your shit. Okay, that's why I have no respect for them. It's all cover up, cover up, cover up. He knew about the trainer. Okay, he suspected Monique even before that night in the club with the trainer. He did suspect Monique of having something going on with the trainer. So to know your wife is wrong, may have had some infidelity issues, and then to pin that on her coworkers and flip it into paternity issue, that's just wrong. No, I'm upset with Andy. Andy never asked Chris. Chris, did you know about the trainer rumors before it was mentioned on the show? All the wrong questions were asked. Not all. Andy lit the fire under their asses last night, and that's why Monique quit. But that's another conversation. So you guys saw that I posted that she quit. Okay. So before that, let's go over what happened. Let's see. I'm gonna go through everything because this was just traumatic. I'm happy it's over. It was a very emotional season. If you think about it, it was all nonsense. Pure nonsense. What else happened during the season? I can't think of anything happening during the season. Michael's indiscretions were glossed over, and I know Ashley was thrilled. We forgot about what Mike did. He was in a hotel room with another female. All of that got lost in the fray of the Samuels Gate. So quickly, let's see here. All right, so we have Karen. All right, Karen is fake. Okay, she is disloyal. Karen is a liar, okay? And I'm happy Andy called her out. I don't know how people, can remain friends with Karen. I actually haven't seen her come on the show with any other friends. Do we remember? I don't know, but Karen, listen, Candace will probably make up with Karen because she still has reverence for her. You can't disrespect Karen too much because she is much older. She could be my mom, so I can't really if I were working with her, I couldn't really disrespect her too much. But Karen is trash, okay? She is just, I don't know. For you to call Bravo executives on Candace to get mental health because you clearly were gunning for Giselle, blaming Giselle and Robin, and do it under the guise of your concern because she told you to go to hell. How many people? I'm sure Candace is not the first person to tell her to go to hell. So with that, Karen, yes, you can indeed go to hell. Why didn't she call psychiatric services for Monique and her lies. Instead, she tried to cover up for Monique. And what's interesting, and I have been saying this the whole time, I said, you know what? She must, and a lot of people said on social media, she must have bailed them out of taxes. Monique must have bailed Karen and her husband out of the taxes. She must have done something because the way she's writing for Monique and disregarding Monique's anger and rage and the lack of reasoning for her attacking Candace, there's something to it. And what came out? What came out was that she said Monique walked her through the developmental stages of her stupid hairline. Monique probably invested in it. You see? And Monique made the comment, oh, no one can be my friend without something. They're right. Yes, Monique. If someone's your friend, it's always for a reason. It's a tit for tat. It's never genuine. Gigi was your friend, upon your arrival in DC, you had no one else. You have no other friends. So Gigi was, your it girl. And to defend you, you tried to get Gigi to fight Ashley. That's what that is. Ashley is your friend because you didn't want Ashley to keep talking shit about, your drunk driving. And that was in 2017, guys. It sounds like in 2017, she was wilding out. Okay. And I wouldn't be surprised if Monique shared with Ashley certain deep, dark secrets. Because Ashley said, Monique never revealed my deep, dark secrets. She's not going to reveal it because she doesn't want you spilling her stuff, dummy. So it's always a relationship of convenience, okay? With her, Charisse was another one. Where Charisse was for her contacts. Then Monique always does something to fuck up these relationships. She just can't keep relationships, okay? So end of story. Karen is fake, phony, liar. She tried to get Candace fired. She's helping Monique with the wig line. Her and Ray are, they're doing their, what do you call it? Their 25th anniversary, renewing their vows. And, that's iffy because on Bravo, everybody who renews their vows, well, I only know of Ramona who renewed her vows and she got divorced. So there's a curse there. So I would watch out. But that's, we're done. I'm over Karen. Okay. So next up, we have Wendy. So Wendy, her storyline was, she has 4 degrees. And that was hilarious to me. But it's celebrated in African cultures. I'm Haitian. It is celebrated. You have, okay, you know what? For us, you graduate high school, blah. No one cares. Okay. You graduate college, good. Okay. It's just good for us. Now you get your master's degree. It's like, okay. Oh, okay. Right? You get your PhD. It's like, all right. Okay. PhD. Yay. It's not a medical doctor, but you can still be called doctor. You get that MD. Oh, it's a wrap. That's how it goes for us Haitians. I got my master's. My father was like, okay, it's only the beginning. Girl, you're going to get that MD, and I didn't get it. I was about to, then I got pregnant. I took the MCAT. I got pregnant. Life got too hectic with 3 kids, so my father's still waiting on it. So that may be part of her storyline next season because she has a very tight knit family. I know what came up was she wants to switch her career, which I'm kind of in that same situation now. Haitian parents, Caribbean, African, they want you to get that degree, engineer, doctor, lawyer, whatever, a good degree. After that, go do what you need to do. We don't give a fuck. As long as you get the degree we want you to get, So, I'm at that point where I'm sick of my field. I'm in the medical field. I'm just over it. So I'd like to dip my foot into something else. I just don't know what I like yet. And that's where Wendy is too. So next season, I don't know what we're going to see. We may see her try other things, businesses, and also we may see her family issues. Bravo likes to highlight the mess. So that her in-laws don't accept her. And they're saying it's for tribal reasons. I don't know, but I don't know if it's tribal exactly or they just don't like each other. I know in my family, one of my aunts forbade everybody in the family to go attend her son's wedding because she did not like his wife's family. Okay. And everyone's scared of my aunt. we were forbidden, and my mom did not go. We did not go to my cousin's wedding. You know, we were forbidden. No, when I tell you nobody from my side stepped foot, and it was for stupid reasons. She didn't like the family. I don't know. That's another story. But we didn't go. Later on, you know, we didn't completely shun them though. He had kids after, and then we started talking back, you know, with them again. But Wendy's family sounds like they completely shunned Wendy and the kids, which is so sad. But, you know, it happens in those cultures. So Wendy got a contract for next season, so we'll see her on season 6. Then we come to Ashley. Ashley is just so sad, so pitiful, but I think she's really ecstatic that I think she's happy that Monique was going through it this season because Michael skated on by. He did. Now she's pregnant again, which I don't. Babies do not solve issues. Babies do not. I'm telling y'all right now, it actually, in fact, can make it worse. But I believe Ashley is being strategic. Pop them babies out, you know, get paid by Michael. I don't know what, you know, post-nup, prenup they got, but Ashley's up to something. Um, she is. She's calculating. You could see it. And you know what? Michael is a coward for not showing up. To face it. You know, you tried to punk Chris Bassett out. Come back on the show, face it, man up. But no, he punked out. He's a coward. And he's going to have more indiscretions. He's an idiot. So, more to see. And I think Ashley's coming back next season too. How could she not? So Robin, I'm happy to see Robin is doing well. Robin shows that you can bounce back. She went from having financial issues. I remember season 1, they said there was one point their gas was cut off. They were just living, you know, it was just, they were in a bad space. Juan and her were up in the air, and you could tell she was so unhappy from season 1. And now season 5, she's shown so much growth. Her hat line is doing amazing, which I need to get one because I like the idea of the satin lining. I never wear caps because it frizzes up my hair, and you know, because of the cotton inside, it's really drying. So that was a good idea. I don't know if that idea existed before, but that's a really good idea. So her hat sales are booming. So kudos to her. Um, and she'll be back, of course, next season. And you know, her commentary was interesting last night. I don't know what was up with her, Giselle, and Wendy. When Andy asked, did they think Karen supported Monique more than Candace? They didn't think so. I don't know if it was editing. That was weird because they definitely voiced Karen not standing up more for Candace. They voiced that during the season. To see them not agree with it or not raise their hand, you know, during the reunion, that was weird. But you know what? Maybe Robin doesn't care. And Robin said she doesn't think it should have gone legal. But I don't think Robin would take it legal because Robin, with her big shoulders, would have mopped the floor with Monique. Would have mopped the floor. So Robin's like, fuck legal. I'll take care of this on my own. Handcuffs, clink, clink. You know, she would have, listen, whew, Monique know who to mess with. So now, and she'll be back, and of course we move on to Giselle. You guys, all right. Giselle, I like Giselle. I mean, I was kind of neutral on her, you know. I just didn't think too much of her. I didn't hate her, but I didn't like her, but, you know, whatever. I don't see any chemistry with her and Jamal. I just don't. Um, I think it was a fake relationship. It was convenience. It was just so she can have something. But who cares? Monique with her stupid binder, which the binder only made one appearance, which was weird. They were bigging it up, and after that, the binder was fired. You know, it was just weird. But yeah, so what? You know, if they're faking it, she would not be the first one in Housewives history to fake a relationship, okay? So what? Monique accomplished nothing by trying to point that out. All right? And so let's talk about Giselle and the whole rumors. The Samuels are trying to pin it on her, okay? The thing is, Andy kept saying it did not air. So that tells me that Giselle may have discussed it at length in her confessionals, but they only aired the part about the trainer rumors, okay? Later on in the reunion, we see that Big Bubba alluded to it. If you don't want this mentioned at all, why would you even hint at it? And they showed that. So people are talking about, oh, that vindicated the Samuels. No, it didn't. It vindicated Giselle. Okay? That's strange to me. I don't understand. Because here's the timeline. They talked about it in January 2019 at Andy's baby shower. Okay. The reunion took place, you guys, for season 4 in about August 2019. Okay? I don't remember if they were being nice to each other at the reunion, Giselle and what's her name? Giselle and Monique. I don't remember. They're always back and forth with each other, but Giselle pays her dust for most of the part. But okay. Filming, you guys, was late August, early September 2019. Why are you bringing? I would not have brought it up at all in hopes of Giselle doesn't remember, doesn't what Giselle's going to do what she wants to do. But why would Chris even do that? Because they could have asked, if I'm on the show, I would think, oh my God, they're going to ask Giselle what was that about? Because in the confessionals, they go back to the scenes and say, what was that about? So Chris Samuels is so dumb. He's so stupid. He is the biggest idiot. You brought it on, you alluded to it. Okay. Then I think that was the first or second episode around that time that it aired. No, it aired 2020. Okay. Um, we didn't hear about it until Monique went live after it aired in around September 2020 and said these women were plotting on me. You're going to see these women were plotting on me. Okay? I need for people to get this straight because a lot of YouTubers are getting the situation jumbled. I think a lot of these YouTubers are not even watching everything. They're just hearing and going by hearsay. And a lot of the YouTubers are getting their information from biased blogs. Okay? Monique was the one who went live, I think after the first or second episode in 2020. And this is something that happened in 2019 and said these women were plotting, 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 plotting. Okay. And I was watching that night. Candace is on live simultaneously and someone goes from Monique's live to Candace's live. And mind you, Candace doesn't know what Monique is saying. And they say, Monique is over there talking about you, accusing you guys of plotting on her. That's when Candace goes into the quote unquote plot. And Candace said there was a plot discussed, meaning they were gossiping, okay? Like every other female has done on the franchise, gossip. That's what they were doing, gossiping about a plot that Gigi and I believe Charisse was trying to set up a plot to be mentioned on the show. Okay, I don't understand where no one is picking up on this. I don't understand where the miscommunication or the lack of pinpointing and putting things together comes from. That is what Candace said. It's all over YouTube. You guys can go look it up. Monique was on a live first where her head was tied in her backyard. She looked like a frog in that live. She mentioned plot first. Candace don't know what she's saying. So she's like, oh, she's talking about that? Yeah, there was, girl, she was saying Gigi and Charisse were plotting on having the rumors brought up on the show. Okay? Case closed, that's it. Everyone is jumbling and, getting the messages scrambled, all for confusion. This all has been on purpose, you know, cause confusion across everywhere. When if you're a really smart person and you're able to reason and deduce, you can put the pieces together and realize that the Samuels are purposefully putting this all on paternity and plot to escape the fact that Monique may have cheated on her husband. And that's not a good look. All right. Um, so yeah, so they, Chris came out there and just kept antagonizing Giselle. And I really think Giselle's point was to get the cheating rumors on the show. That's what her whole goal was. Chris is the one that said he looked like me, right? He looked like me, right? That's the only reason why Maya have been mentioned later. That's it. Okay? But you know what? The Samuels are good spin doctors, and they successfully pinned it on Giselle from Monique's fans' point of view. I don't believe that shit, but it is what it is. And you know what? If Giselle did plot something else about paternity, so what? So what? You know why? Because Monique bought Sherman's ex on the show and revealed Sherman's past, illicit activities after dark in park benches. She did that. She did that. Okay? All's fair. You know what? Giselle held her head high and handled it. And she went through it. She went through that. Why can't Monique go through things? Everybody else can go through bullshit on these reality shows. Monique is not built for it. So I'm happy she left. She's not built for it. She has done so much stuff. I'm not saying she's the only one, but she has just, this girl is wacky. She, the fight with, not the fight, the almost fight, which she would have gotten beat down with Robin. Go back and watch that, you guys. She was going off on Ashley. Then she looks over to Giselle and Robin and calls them Pinky and the Brain. Go back and watch it. Calling names. Trick trash? What the? Threatening to fight people? She's done that. She has done all of that. So there is no sympathy from me. Like it just doesn't make sense. That is pure narcissism. She called Candace a narcissist. No, Monique is a pure narcissist. And now here's another reason. I'll tell you why. So okay, we're over Giselle. Giselle's coming back. I'm not surprised there because Giselle's the face of the franchise to me. All right. Uh, Karen wants to be the face of the franchise. She had to go get new lips. Maybe next year she'll be the face of the franchise. So now let's go to Monique. Listen, Monique had she had PR training to steer. It's so obvious to steer the conversation away from cheating. Listen, they went to PR 101, her and Chris. Chris's role was to just come out and just say, plot, 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 paternity plot, my son, my baby, plot, 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 plot. That's it. Even when Andy it was just so disingenuous. It was so fake. Plot, 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 my baby. And it's everybody's looking at them like, are you kidding me? Like this is, and you could tell, and all the commentary was hilarious. Giselle under her breath. First, Candace was the one talking shit under her breath. Then it was first it was Candace, then it was Giselle. That was hilarious. So, okay, Monique. First, it was the hands in her face that triggered her, which Candace did not stick her hand in her face. She was talking with her hands, which Monique was talking with her hands too. If you watch the fight video, everything Monique was doing, Candace started mimicking. I saw Monique talking with her hands first, right? Candace started doing the same thing, imitating her. That's what she got pissed at. She got pissed at Candace being unbothered and carefree. So that was your reason number one, the hands in the face, which we debunked, okay? Number two, then she said her father. I hope she asked her father permission to throw him under the bus. Your father putting his fingers in your face. Parents point at children all the time. Hey, you better not. And I don't think so. Is her father abusive just because? I'm not understanding the reasoning behind the father putting the finger in the face. Did your father just walk by you all the time and put his fingers in your face? If he did, then your father's abusive. And don't let your children around grandpa. He's abusive. So are you saying you had an abusive father? I hope not. Number two, did you do something wrong as a child and that was a form of discipline? Right? If so, Monique is a narcissist because even as a child, she's upset as an adult that her father disciplined her and was telling her what not to do and what to do. That is narcissism. If you can't be told, if you can't be corrected, even till now as an adult, she cannot be corrected. That's why she quit Potomac. If you guys heard her interview, she didn't quit before. She intended on coming back. She signed the contract. Monique was going to come back. She quit after last night, the episode aired, because Andy made her look bad to the public and didn't vindicate her. How narcissistic is that you can't be corrected? When he held Giselle to the fire, when you held Giselle to the fire with the binder, you were ready to come back. You love the way you look. But then when it's your turn to be held accountable, then you quit. Monique is not someone of integrity or intelligence. She's narcissistic. She can't be corrected. Even her own father can't correct her. That's troubling. Okay? So I need to know, Monique, which one is it? Is it the finger in your face from Giselle? I mean, not from Giselle, from Monique, from Candace, the alleged finger. Is it your father sticking his finger in your face, probably for something you did wrong? Or her third excuse? Oh my God, so many excuses, I almost forgot. The other excuse was, you guys, listen to this. She was, I forgot where I heard her interview. She was in a white neighborhood. And this is laughable. This is fake. She was in a white neighborhood and she experienced racism. And the white kids were like, I can't play with you. Look at your hair. You're black. And so she cried. Her parents then moved her, bought a house, she said, and moved her to a black community. So you mean to tell me your parents moved you from the suburbs to the hood? Because you said you're from the hood. I don't understand. Listen, you guys, I can't keep up with the lies. So she says when she moved to the hood, that's what I'm saying. I would never, as a parent, move my kids from the suburbs to the hood. That is what? I'm saying hood because she said she's from the hood. So Monique lived in the all white neighborhood, you guys, and then moved to the hood. And then she said the black kids teased her and called her white. And that's what triggered her to beat Candace. You guys, listen. I don't understand her fans. You guys are, the wool is being pulled over your heads. You guys, this girl is a liar. She creates stories in her head. I never heard of her complaining about, being called white girl and this and that. I heard that from Candace. And I experienced that too. I talk white. People used to call me Oreo. That doesn't make me want to beat a bitch's ass. That's just weird. It was just weird. I'd never heard that. You're from the hood, but your parents moved you to a listen. So that's another reason she gave. So it seems like whenever reasons are absurd and she goes back to her PR and they're like, girl, that ain't it. She changes up the story. Monique gotta do better. You gotta do better. So now, so yes, so listen, Andy gave it to them and I'm happy he did. And they cannot take accountability. They kept focusing on plot, paternity. When I didn't even hear much about the paternity, Gigi never said anything about paternity. She said something about a possible abortion. Never paternity. When Chase was born, I never even doubted paternity. No one even thought about that. They heard the pregnancy abortion thing and ran with it. Okay? Andy should have asked about the trainer more and asked Chris about it. He knew. Listen, they've made a mockery of a nuclear family. Um, Monique, I've always said she has a lot of stuff hidden. You could see it in her eyes. She has an antsy energy. She has a nervous energy. Um, I don't think she's a true friend. Gigi said it too. She doesn't have any friends, and you never see friends. I've seen Ashley. I've seen all the other ladies' friends make appearances on the show, but Monique, and that was Gigi, and I think, well, she's upset with Gigi because Gigi went to her husband and blew her spot up about cheating, which her husband already suspected anyway. So, other than that, I mean, it's better if she goes. I really think she left because more tea was going to be spilled. She said she left for her family dynamic. Okay, this is another thing of her double talking. I just watched an interview. She said she left after last night. She wrote Bravo, emailed them, and asked to be released from her contract. In the same breath, she said she left because they started messing with her children. They messed with your children? This all happened last year, 2019. If the season wrapped last year, 2019, and they messed with your children then, why did you agree to come back recently in 2020 still? Contracts just went out, you guys, maybe last week. Monique signed on. As of last week, she was going to be on the show. As of yesterday, she did not like how she looked on TV. This is not about family. This is about TV. How she looks to the public. She doesn't care about how her family looks, because if she did, she would not have returned. She has money. If she did care about her family, she wouldn't have even come to the reunion. I would have just up and quit. She wouldn't be the first person to not show up to the reunion. They should have drew the line right there. Too many things were going on. Jamal, I think, was gonna bring down the sledgehammer on them. Gigi, if she kept pushing and pushing, people were pushing Gigi. The fans, they were pushing. Who knows if those tapes would have came out? I think that's part of the reason. But they want to go out on a high, a perceived high, and, continue to lie, and her followers are blind and not correctly putting pieces together. I mean, it is what it is. Because she just came out with an oil line and she was going to talk about it on the show. So that blew the credibility off of she's quitting for her family, you guys. It makes no sense. It's because Andy lit the fire under their asses. And Chris was looking like a puppet. So, my boy, but my boy. So that was draining. Tell me what you guys think. Um, she may come back eventually. They're going to forget about her. She's on a high with her fans right now. They're going to forget about her. Trust me, they're not going to buy her oils. Please. She said she's getting 100 orders a day. Highly, highly doubt it. But anyways, let's have a conversation about this. Are you glad it's over? I'm thrilled it's over. It was an emotional roller coaster and I'm happy to get off. Okay, guys? Until next time. Bye now.